And
oh my
look
goodness.
at bro's face.
That's demon time for real.
But yeah, Wookey finna elaborate on one of the scariest experiences, I guess.
Scariest Halloween
Walk me through it.
All right, so as like, if you know me personally, you know I have never been the guy that celebrates Halloween, loves going trick or treat and all that. I've never been that guy. From 3rd grade on, I stopped going to school on Halloween because I was afraid of the costumes and everything. It just gave me bad energy.
Yeah.
And so we went, this was like when I was way young, like I think 10 or 11, I don't even remember, but I was way young. And so I had decided to go trick-or-treating with Toot and them and like the family. And it was like a big group, me, all of us together, DC, we was our friends and all that. And so they all went ahead and started hitting their houses, getting into their bags and all that. And I was scared, so I stayed with my mom, our friend DC's mom is Cynthia. I think DC was with us, and it was another kid with us, but I forgot who it was. And so we were just trick-or-treating, walking in the back, going from house to house, like alone, sorta. And then we was just walking down the street collecting candy, and then we like hit a turn or something, and we was just our group alone, and the other kids that ran off to go do their own thing. And so we're walking, and like behind us, we just hear like scraping, like out of nowhere, like just some loud scraping stuff. And we was like, just kept. Well, you didn't hear that first. We just
no, this was nuts. Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about. This was nuts.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So we was just walking, right, and then we're hearing like some noise, and my mom's like, "What is that?" And my mom's super overprotective, oversensitive, and all that. She's picking up everything while we're walking.
Nah, it was more like
yes, bro. So we're walking down the street, and then we hear it. So we turn around, we're like, what is that? And we just see like sparks and stuff, and it's nighttime, so we see all the sparks going up in the air like flying. And it's these 3 dudes in the back.
No, it was just one. It was one dude.
So it was one dude, and he had his axe. I guess he was Jason mask and all that.
It was like he was wearing a like jail jumpsuit. It was like a full prison jumpsuit. He had a wrench and he had a chainsaw. He was scraping the chainsaw on the ground, and it was making a bunch of sparks and noise.
Yes.
And we was like the thing was me and Dad made this TikTok. Getting a little bit off topic, but we made this TikTok. It's not being in the dark that you fear. It's knowing that there could be something in the dark while you're there. So it was completely pitch black, and you just see sparks, and you hear the sound
of
behind
chainsaw.
you. Yes,
and
bro.
we're in public, so
all the street lights is off because it was like residential. So all the street lights was off. We was walking, just coming back home, and it was literally like our group and the dude back there. He was just, I don't know. He felt like he had to scare some kids that night. Like we was 10, 11, 13, and like it was a bunch of moms. My mom went into mommy mode, checked this man. Yo, what did you? Come on, these are kids, man. Like, what are you doing? But hey, the first sound, bro did not care. He was on a different type of time, and so
it kept walking with the zing, 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 and then he started zoom.
It threw everybody off.
Like,
so.
And as kids, this is like one of my first Halloween experiences. So I'm like, I can't do this again, bro. And like as he's following us, my mom checks him, talks to him, keeps following us. Mom checks him again, and then like she like explains like it's children, that's messed up what they're doing, And I guess he got the message and walked off. But that was one of the reasons why I was like, I'm never going trick or treating again. I'll never do this.
Yeah, because there's people who, I guess they get a joy out of scare and like joy out of horror movies. Like me personally, actually all of us, we don't watch horror movies, we don't watch scary movies, we don't indulge on any type of anything in that realm because we just don't see it as like fun or like thrill. We see it as like, yo, why would you want to scare yourself if there's already things that you could fear in the real world already? Like, I don't need that one. That's the perspective I come from.
Yeah, but it's just the principle of like in my head I think like why would I want to go scare myself when there's so much then there's like that's just like when you think of fear it's like a bad negative feeling. I just be like why would I put myself through that, and then trying to go to sleep the next night is difficult and it's just extra for no reason. So
and the other thing though is during Halloween there's always that one guy who decides to cause crime, make something bad happen, run in trouble with the law. So we have helicopters flying around because they're looking for somebody right now. Somebody is doing something very devious that is not supposed to be going on, and they just don't like to. They don't like to be the fun guy. They like to ruin the night, ruin the Halloween. It's literally trick or crime. It's no treats for him. He has to be that guy. The guy who gets the 911 call, the searchlights on him. Like, he's trying to ruin the podcast, but guess what? The show must go on, you feel me?
Exactly. Causing trouble for no reason.
Exactly, man. Moving on, we're going to talk about the best show out right now. If you ain't watching the show,
3-0.
you ain't watching